Alright, Brenton Plays Magic is the channel. I'm Brenton, and I do appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. Please subscribe, like the videos. If you watched the last match, you will know that we are in our league with Green Red Ponza. We won against, Sierra Nevada Celebration. Better going down. We won against Boich, who was playing Eldrazi Tron. Blood Moon did excellent work in those matches. And he was a nice guy. He gave us the GGs. I always want to give a shout out to people who are good sports and just, I don't know, communicate with other people like human beings are supposed to, like, hey, we all play this game because we have, similar interests, so we're probably more alike than we are not alike. I'm competitive, but come on, let's be cool with each other. So if you didn't watch the first match, so we're playing Green Red Ponza. Super fun. I love mid-range decks. This one does a lot of cool stuff. Once you start to draw into the meat of the deck, it can kind of go the distance with Tireless Tracker. Chandra does cool stuff. Inferno Titan is just big. Huntmaster does some cool stuff. We get to blow up their lands. Blood Moon shuts them down. Sphere shuts them down. So, really cool stuff. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our second match of the league. Let me backtrack first. Not sure if you guys are beer drinkers, but I definitely suggest picking up a sixer of Sierra Nevada's 2017 Celebration Ale. It's one of their oldest beers. They do it every year around this time of the year. They brew this beer. It basically tastes like Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, but just brighter and crisper because they use the freshly harvested hops that, because harvest in the fall, we brew, and hey, through the brewing and aging process, it's about, December when that beer is ready to come to market, and boy, they just taste really, really fresh. So really bright, tasty pale ale, won't get you super tanked. What's the ABV? 6.8. It's a little on the higher side. It's a little stronger than the original regular old green label pale ale. But yeah, grab you some Celebration Ale. It's they've been doing that one since since Sierra Nevada, right out of its infancy for like over 20 years. It's one of their oldest beers next to the green label pale ale, light green pale ale. There's the dark green, the torpedo, not to be confused with. But that's what we're sipping on right now. That was my last beer, so I drank the other ones over the last couple of days, and I only had 2. So, a couple more sips left of this guy, and he is a goner. Won't be drinking any more beer tonight. I've got to meet up with the wife and the mother-in-law later on this evening, and so I need to be sober to drive, and sober to deal with those two. Maybe I need some liquor in me. Just kidding. They're both good. Good women. Join the match. I'm going to drive to the county over and do a little shopping. Good time drive. So we're talking about what we can do to maximize our turns. We're going to pitch this one not only because it's a 1-land hand. We have 0 ramp. If we don't draw into lands, our stuff is just going to sit in the hand. We're going to look silly sitting on like a forest, right? Mulligans, you always roll the dice and kind of cross your fingers. Let's see what we get. I don't love it. If you watched the last match, you're like, wow, the turns or the hands, like, wow. Yeah, exactly. And we're playing modern, so like imagining what the decks that we can play against and what they can have done on the board by turn 2 or 3. I mean, we are up to turn 4 with this hand if we don't draw into anything before we can do anything. So I think we mull one more time. And that sucks, but I think we just have to keep it. I don't like going to 4. Arbor Elf is definitely what we wanted on the play. Okay, he's playing blue. So is this Merfolk. Okay, so we're either playing Storm, likely, or Jeskai Control, or I don't think Grixis Death's Shadow plays Serum Visions, does it? I don't know. I can't remember. Alright, so we crack. Him having an island is reassuring to a degree that our Arbor Elf survives for turn 3. So I think, okay, so he's playing lands. Okay. So our Blood Moon is suddenly not nearly as good. So what's he holding up 2 lands for? Is the question. What is he holding up 2 lands for? We didn't draw a second land, which sucks. So that means we have to sprawl this, and hopefully he does not have a negate. Or remand. And he does. And remand say we can't play it again? No, it doesn't. That's I always get that and the other fucking card, Reflector Mage, confused. Am I the only person that hates fucking Reflector Mage? Gosh. I liked it when it was in Standard because I played it with the company decks, but jeez. I don't play Standard anymore because it's a fucking ripoff. If you want a competitive Standard deck, it costs like $200. It's ridiculous. And you've got to spend, like, every time it, sets rotate out, cards that you spent like $5, $10, $20 a piece on initially become fucking worthless. It's just terrible. Metamorphos. So it is Storm. He doesn't necessarily go off right here. I mean, he can do it without like a Brawl or something. Or an Electromancer, but it's difficult. So Blood Moon is kind of okay against Storm. Like I don't think I want to take it out. We'll take out like we might take out the Bonfire of the Dams. We definitely will be bringing in the excuse me, the Trinispheres. Kept the dream alive. Got a pretty good sized gut shot against us. I get why people play Storm, but gosh, you're sociopathic to play this deck. Make me sit here and hit okay 100 times. Jesus. So, that really blows. Like, look how many cards we've gone through and we only hit 1 land. And we mulled down to 5, right? Like, at first I was kind of like, hey, we've got a chance here. But I guess we don't. So here comes the Baral, right? Or Electromancer. He can't cast a awesome, right? Here comes an Arbor Elf. Yeah, we can't draw any lands. We're not going to get mad about this. It just kind of is what it is, man. Storm's a good deck, but I don't know. I kind of think... I don't know, I kind of think you're kind of a bitch if you play it. Personally. Don't get me wrong. I want to win, but it is kind of sociopathic to play a deck that is so consistent at winning on turn 3. It's like your opponent's on the other side. Like I could imagine playing like an F&M or a excuse me, RPTQ against maybe like some younger kid, and you, oh, yeah, it's turn 3. Sorry, kid, you're dead. All they did was play like 2 lands. I mean, we kind of do that with this deck to a degree. Like sometimes we win turn 2 just by playing Blood Moon. So I get it. It's kind of sadistic, but oh man. But all that being said, Storm players are bitches. I've got something for that ass, and I hope he knows it. He didn't get to see anything. Like, we didn't do shit, so he doesn't know what we're on. So we'll see if Fallen 113 gives us answers our GG after he beats us with his. He's not a bitch. I don't know the guy. The Storm's a bitch deck. I like making them click through this shit, hoping they fuck up. I've got time, man. Right? Cool. I don't see repeal in many lists. Alright, I'm bored of this bullshit. Alright. Let's see if we get a good game. See if he gives it to us. I guess some people don't actually look at their text box, but it's like, hey, isn't that like almost a requirement? So the thing that makes the 100,000 little dudes, I don't think he's gonna go that direction because we can't really stop him from attacking. So we'll take out Bonfire, Trinispheres for sure, Grafdigger's Cage, and then probably Scavenging Ooze. Let's take out a Baloth. It's too slow. We still need some. Let's take out Nisa. It doesn't do much here. Anything else on the board? Are they gonna play anything? I guess the Braids are good. Yeah, our Braids are good. All right. I think Storm Breath is too slow. We just need to keep him. I mean, I don't want to get to the point where we don't have anything. So maybe we go down one or both of these, and then maybe we go down up a couple of the Braids. We need to be able to kill his guys. That is the trick. Acid Moss is kind of slow. And I kind of think Primal Command is kind of slow. I would rather have a couple of Angers. Let's make sure we click the right stuff. Earlier today I was playing a match, and for some reason I brought in a card that I had no intention of bringing in on accident. Anger, a Braid kills his dudes. Go down a Tracker, it's kind of slow in this. For the other Anger of the Gods. Alright, cool. Well, let's try it. Alright, Fallen 113. Thanks for the GGs. Sorry for calling you a bitch Storm player. It's nothing personal. You know, oh god, I think it's just not gonna work. This hand's just not gonna work. Storm goes off by turn 3. 4 at the latest most of the time. That's what sucks about the deck. It's like if you play against and you don't have an answer, you either have to beat them by turn 4 or you're dead. We're going to mull this. Hopefully we find a Trinisphere or a way to shoot something down on turn 2. And that is... It's close to ideal. It's close to ideal. If he plays his Brawl turn 2, we can abrade it. and then we can go into turn 3, Trinisphere, followed by Blood Moon. I think this might get us there. The trick will be going into, if this works out for us, the trick will be going into game 3. Once he knows that, I think we'll put the Stone Rain on the bottom. Yeah. We need 3 mana. The trick will be, like, game 3. Does he know, excuse me, the trick will be game 3 if we get there, that the secret will be up. If he doesn't know about Trinisphere, if he's not familiar with the card, has never seen it, I mean, what other decks run Trinisphere? He'll know going into game 3, and he has access to a ton of artifact removal. He probably runs 3 or 4 artifact removal spells, probably, easily. I guess I take Stomping Ground here, because why not? I have to have red. I could just grab Mountain, but Stomping Ground is going to be a Mountain anyway. And if something happens, depending on what I draw, if I need double green, I don't think I'm going to, but all right, land, perfect, 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 perfect. All right, so we will play Windswept Heath and pass, and if he plays Baral, it doesn't necessarily mean, yes it does, okay, cool. Perfect. So is he holding up Remand? That is the kicker. That is the kicker. Okay. He doesn't have the cards he needs to go off, but I have a bad feeling he's got Remand. I think we play Blood Moon here and see if it gets remanded. Okay. So obviously what he's trying to do, and this is probably where we fuck up, he plays the Baral this turn and then goes off, right? Where we don't have mana to braid him. If that is the case, you know, it is what it is. He outsmarted us. Does he have the land? I mean, why wouldn't he have played it turn 2, right? Okay. I was wondering. I mean, like, I've never seen someone not play their Baral on turn 2. So now here comes the question. Here comes the question. We're going to play our Forest and hold back our Windswept Heath because in a turn or 2 we'd like to play Traverse Tracker and get the value out of cracking the fetch. So if we play Trinisphere, he can still play his stuff for 2, right? Right? If we play Blood Moon, he only has access to red. But we have to play one of our payoff cards here because if he draws a land next turn and we just abrade him right now, yeah. So I think the Trinisphere needs to come down. We'll see if that was the correct decision. If that still works, like instant sorceries cost one less, they still cost 2, right? And I don't know that he can go off like that. The next turn we will Blood Moon and abrade him. It'd be awesome if he didn't draw land. Alright, so he's got nothing except for a point of damage for us. Sorry, so this is starting to feel good. Alright. Alright, so let's play the Tireless Tracker first, see if he does something. And, well, let's go ahead and try to braid him. Oops. Yeah, Trinisphere works both ways. Duh. You big dummy. You knew that. Alright, so now we are definitely seeing some cool stuff. So does he try to... What was that about? I think we take the Stomping Ground because we want access to double red. We don't really care. If he goes off, I mean, I don't care about that damage. If he goes off, he goes off. So now we probably want to play Stone Rain first. Or do we want to abrade him? Let's go on the attacks first. Oops. And let's play... Let's play Stone Rain. Try to kill the Steam Vent. Okay, perfect. And now we can play the abrade. I think we still got it. Yeah, we got it. Alright, so we'll play Blood Moon next turn, and we pretty much win. Excuse me. Alright, so not necessarily, but... Did we just fuck up there? Okay. I was going to say, I think we... No, we were tapped out. We couldn't have cracked clues. So now what sucks is the jig is up and he knows Trinisphere is there. I think we need to... Yeah, we need to grab Digger's Cage. I don't know why we didn't have that last turn. Last game, rather. Maybe Digger's Cage is just better than Scavenging Ooze. Yeah, he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it now. He had to think about it that time. So Relic is pretty good. We can ramp into a Acid Moss. I don't love it, but we've got a way to shut his graveyard out, and we have an Acid Moss that we can play as quick as turn 3. Turn 2, right? Yeah, turn 2. So, Serum Visions for our opponent. Yeah, I gotta leave after this match, so hopefully this doesn't take forever. Yeah, I imagine being on the other side of the table, being the Storm player, a game against a deck like this that's got legitimate ways to slow you down and make the game kind of go down to a crawl is just really... It's got to be a bit of a mindfuck because the Storm player is used to being in the driver's seat of all games, right? He's used to playing a couple of lands, playing a guy, and then it being game over, right? Alright, so. No turn 2 Baral. We play our land. Let's see if he remans Utopia Sprawl. He does not. Why wouldn't he? You have to remand Utopia Sprawl, right? So, bump, bump. I mean, that's what lets me go the fuck out of control, right? All right, never mind. He waited for the big one. So that's cool. I mean, we got to sprawl up a forest. I mean, so whatever. I think he made a mistake. Well, I guess he didn't make a mistake because I could have re-sprawled it. I mean, it would have been the same difference though. So either way, it's the same difference. So does he play the Brawl or the Electromancer here and then go off? That's what sucks. We might just be dead right here because Storm can do it on turn 3. Which sucks. It's kind of unfair. Okay. So he bolts our Arbor Elf. And now does he play? It's probably a safe bet. It's probably what I would have done. It just depends, you know. Can he go off? It typically seems like with this deck, I mean, if you got the right cards in hand, you can start chaining your Pyretic Rituals and whatnot. You're in a pretty good spot. So we have Blood Moon. Access to 3 mana. So if we tap like this, we got 2. Play the Sprawl right here. That can give us 3. And we can play... I think we try to play... do we try to play... We kind of have to try to play Blood Moon because... If we just play Relic here... I mean, how many more does he have? How many more Remands does the dude have? He might have 2. Might have a mana leak. So we'll pick red. And play Blood Moon. Does it stick? No, it does not. Remand number 2, right? Echoing Truth. Oh, okay. Alright. Well, that slows us down, but it also slows him down to a degree. No, it doesn't. Never mind. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say if we don't win this match, it's because we didn't mull down to finding Trinisphere. That's what I'm going to say. What I'm going to go with. Alright. 4 cards in hand. So, Sprawl. Do you have more counters? So we're kind of doing the same shit here. Sprawl. And Relic. I mean, Blood Moon's not ideal against a deck like this, but when and if we draw, when we're able to play the Acid Moss, I mean, it looks a lot better. When we can knock off his blue sources. But that's what sucks about Storm. Like, they can just go the fuck off at any time. Like, he can just top deck the missing piece of the puzzle and it's game over. It's like we're so good post board, but game 3, ugh. Alright, so there's that guy. So we're probably just dead now, right? He plays Pyretic Ritual and then goes off. But considering it's game 3, I'm definitely going to make him make all the clicks. I'm not going to concede. I'm going to see if he makes a mistake. And I'm not going to throw my mouse across the room and get pissed. And Storm's a thing. It is what it is. Comes the Past in Flames. Uh-huh. Yup. Probably should have played the Relic. So now he plays the Rituals. He doesn't have a way to draw anything, does he? He can play Serum Visions. Serum Visions and then remand it? He's out of cards. Does he fizzle out? So what's he do? He can get a bunch of mana from the Rituals. He can play Echoing Truth. He can play Serum Visions. Okay, yeah. I kind of figured he would do that. And that slows us down. Kind of sucks. Okay, so I guess Blood Moon did help us out because he needed that bit of interaction. All right. So what is cool is we go Sprawl this for red. Then we tap. So we've got enough to play a Braid here. We can play the Sprawl. Play the Sprawl back out. Let's do that. Red. Tap again. A Braid. The Baral. And pass the turn. I kind of almost wish I had used that red mana to crack the Relic. Probably should have done that. That was a mistake. That I believe was a mistake. Because he can play Past in Flames, and then I don't know that there's a lot he can do. I still don't think he can go off. We need to make it to the next turn so we can crack the Relic. Get rid of that Past in Flames. That was a mistake on my part. This is kind of an intense game. Like it's emotionally taxing. Not like it's taking place in TPs or anything. Cool. So we can he's got 2 cards in hand. Do we Acid Moss a land? I think we do. So we Stomping Ground. We go bump, bump, bump. Yeah. I think we do. Acid Moss, an island. And we'll take a forest. And pass the turn. We really lucked out that he whiffed last turn. Last game. Or last turn, rather. So, like, now if we draw a Stone Rain and blow up that island, we're in a really good place. So, we didn't. We drew a forest, which is okay. So, let's go, like, Sprawl a forest. Go red. And we go, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for... Oops, Storm Breath. We probably didn't tap right, but, you know, whatever. It happens with this deck. Going into turn 9, I feel really good about where we're at. Do we have enough to monsters here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Monstrosita. Fair enough. So you have Echoing Truth. Is that the idea? What are we trying for here? Anything? Because I guess he's dead, right? Because that would hit him for 4 damage, or he's just trying to clear his hand out, because that would get him down to 11. Then I hit him for 7. Just something awesome here that just blows our mind. Gifts ungiven. Okay. This should be interesting. I respect him hanging in there. Not out of the woods yet. We're not out of the woods yet. If he pulls out the W here, I'm going to fully retract my statement about Storm players being bitches, because he went the distance against a lot of hate and was able to do it. I kind of need him to hurry the hell up. Place to be here, bro. Be right back. Okay, my apologies. Okay, so put 2 cards into his graveyard. Ritual and Grape Shot, right? He has Past Some Flames that he can play next turn. He plays Past Some Flames next turn. I don't know. What's that do? Bit of a pickle here. The flashback is 5. Yeah, because if he plays Ritual, he can only get up to 3 mana. We don't want him to gut shot our dragon, so we have to put that and that. So we pray he does not draw land. He goes to 4. We play a land. Give me the GGs. Give me the GGs. Ritual. Oh, we had a ritual in hand, huh? So we had a ritual in hand, huh? So I can play Past Some Flames. Oh, yeah, we just lose here, right? Yeah, probably so. Let's make him click it through. Hopefully it's a road bump. Fucks up. Either way. Storm is a good deck. I mean, good in the way that it wins games. Not that it's a cool deck or fun by any means. Putting socks on. Sorry. It's a deck that I tend to lose to. That was good. That was a good game though. Sometimes it fizzles out. I mean, it is what it is. His storm count's high enough to kill the dragon, so that kind of sucks for us. But he's down to 4 mana, or 4 life too. Worst case scenario, if he, our best case scenario actually is if he was able to, if he fizzles out, which there is the potential to do. If he fizzles out, he kills the dragon, which sucks. Yeah, it looks like he's going to hit 20 storm counts. Yeah. Yeah, he just keeps on drawing them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's some trick. Yeah, it looks like he's going to get there. So good job falling 113. I mean, you're on the cusp of defeat, and it looks like you came back. Manamorphose. What a fucking card. So it's kind of strange, right? Like, did he fuck up? I thought he could have played like a couple more Manamorphose. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That doesn't kill me. Did he mess up? He might have messed up. In which case, what's he going to do? He's going to kill the dragon and then pass turn. Am I missing something here? So he's killing the dragon. Okay. Alright. I'm not even going to ask him. Is there a single card we can draw that deals 4 damage? Chandra. Arbor Elf is not the card. That is not it. 4-turn clock, opponent. You got 1 card in hand. That's what sucks, man. He can draw a card and bam. I can't believe that. Like, we should be dead, right? I'm gonna assume he knows what he's doing. So he drew a land. Sleight of hand or Serum Visions. Really? That's the card you fucking drew? Wow. Of all the cards, man. We really need that key piece. No, Chandra doesn't do it. I think she's 4 damage to a creature. We could draw Inferno Titan and then hit him for 1 with Arbor Elf. That's a game-winning scenario. Oh man, how good would Trinisphere be next turn? Oh, excuse me. Okay. So. We want the 2 dorks in the graveyard. Repeal is not that big of a deal. He does not know we have another Blood Moon. Remand is not the end of the world. Because we have a shit ton of mana. Let's put that jig up. And hold this land. Yep. So he drew himself one of those. Huntmaster of the Fells is pretty cool. Yep. Cool thing about our deck, so we can play them again. Now, does he know that if he doesn't play a card and just passes, Huntmaster flips, deals him 2? He might not. Okay. And I think that's it, man. I don't know what he's got. What was the final card? Did I get it? Yes! Good game, Fallen 113. Take it back. You have the heart of a true Storm Mage. Bitch deck, but you got a good heart. All right, yeah. Green Red Ponza, man. That's the second time today that I beat Gift Storm, and if you stuck through that whole match, man, my heart was beating there at the end, man. Peeling that Chandra was like, I still don't know. Like, it felt like that guy could have played. He had 2 more Manamorphose in the graveyard. These 2 right here, and he had mana. I think he had like a blue and a red floating. He could have played both those Manamorphose, and it felt like he was gonna be able to get there. But he's the Storm player. I assumed that he knew better and made the right play on that. So, yeah, good effort by our opponent, the Bitch Storm player, Fallen 113. I'm sure he is a good guy. But I'm just going to keep on cracking on Storm players in the deck because it's pretty gay. And I love beating it. God, I love beating it. It was very hard to beat playing Lantern or Affinity just because how fast it was. But boy, do we have the tools that we need to beat it with Green-Red Ponza. All right, we are off to a very good start with this friendly Modern League. We are 2-0 currently. Won our first game against Boich with, piloting Eldrazi Tron, and we just beat Storm, Gifts Storm, two of the highest tier decks in the format. So we are just off to a really good start. I'm really stoked. Shit part is I've got to call it quits for now and I'll have to come back tomorrow and finish this up because I'm about 10 or 20 minutes behind, meaning the wife and the mother at the mother-in-law's. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed watching that match. If you just love watching that bitch deck Storm go down, treat for you right here. See you next time, guys.